I'm here with the first couple of Connecticut high school basketball, Frank and Sheila Beneskis. We're very familiar to anybody who is in the gym for the big games. We're here tonight for the Trinity West Hill game. Why don't the two of you just talk a little bit about what your schedule is like during high school basketball season?
Well, basically, we're on the road every night. Unfortunately, not on Sunday because there's no games, and Monday I do bowl, so we don't do Mondays. But other than that, we've got a game every night of the week. So far this week, we were at Farmington and New Britain on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we went to East Hartford and Windsor, and today we're here at West Hill and Trinity Catholic. Tomorrow we'll be at Cromwell and Valley Regional, and Saturday's still open because there's a lot of games that are being rescheduled for Saturday. So we've got to look again at what our schedule will be for Saturday.
Yeah, how do you pick out which game you're going to go to each night?
Basically, the best game of that we can find in the state. Usually centering on the higher ranked teams, the better teams in the state. So.
I know, Sheila, you have some input on which games you're going to.
Only when he messes up, and then I step in and choose.
Okay, and just going to show you here, this is what Frank travels with on him. It's a pretty extensive notebook here. What's in all that?
Well, there's about 60 or 70 teams that we track closely, so I look them up either online or in the paper, and keep track of each of their scores game by game, and then there's the top 10 of the New Haven Register and the Hartford Current, and both boys and girls, and then there's some summaries of teams and whatnot. So we like to know what we're coming to see.
Well, I always tell everybody you're the only two people who are probably should be allowed to vote in state polls because you're the only two people that see everybody. And I know every big game you're a first stop for coaches to find out what you think. So let's first start with the FCAC. Of the teams you've seen, who are you most impressed with so far?
Well, it's, much like the polls, we certainly are very impressed with St. Joe's and Trinity Catholic. And this will be our first time seeing West Hill. That's one of the reasons we're here tonight. I mean, it's a big game against Trinity, but it'll be our first chance to see them. We've seen Bridgeport Central, and they look good. Bassick and Harding, they've got a ways to go yet, but they're coming. Good programs.
How about statewide? Who state tournament, so not far around the corner, who have impressed the two of you so far?
Well, we've seen both Fairfield Prep and Hill House both games, and I don't know, the first time we saw Hill House and Prep, did you think Hill House would ever lose to them?
I didn't want to go to the second game.
Why not?
Because the first game was so bad.
It was very lopsided,
lopsided.
In Hill House's favor. And then we were shocked because in the first period, Fairfield Prep went up 16-3. Ultimately, Hill House came back to almost tie them, but it was a great game.
It was a good game.
It was a great game.
Glad I went.
Are you pretty much in agreement? Most people, despite the split, seem to think Hill House is the team to beat in the state this year. Would you both agree on that?
Yeah.
I would say so, yes. Yeah.
Any sleepers out there?
Well, it's interesting. Up our way in the north, there's a lot of good teams, but the records aren't outstanding because I think of the parity. Any team can knock off any other team on a given night. So the Windsors and Glastonburys and East Hartfords and Manchesters and I don't know if I've left anybody out, but they're good teams, but they can beat up on each other. So.
And Sheila, you're usually the soft-spoken of the two, but I think people that's misleading in terms of you're pretty knowledgeable. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts so far on this year?
On this year?
Yeah.
You mean as the best team?
Who do you like?
I think Hill House is a very good team this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Windsor up our way, and Glastonbury is one that's going to sneak in, I think.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys never get tired of this. I remember what you told me when I saw you, Trinity. You missed a few games over the holiday season for the first time in ages.
We did.
Yeah, well, our son and his family moved to Hawaii. So we spent 18 days during the the Christmas holidays in Hawaii, and so we missed about 25 games.
You may be the only two people who would say going to Hawaii is a mixed blessing. Well, it's always a pleasure to see the two of you, and I'm sure with a lot of big games ahead, we're going to be seeing a lot more of you too. So thanks a lot for spending a few seconds with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.